Okay, hi, good morning. My name is Monica Manini. I'm your Hawaii travel expert. Um, and I'm just going to go over some of our providers and activities and excursions that you can do during your visit. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh, I have to send a request.
You're allowed.
See if it sends. Okay, there we go. All right. Can you see my screen where I have?
Yes.
Okay, so this is hawaiiactivities.com. Um, I actually showed Wanda this, but we had already cut out from the recording when I went into
Okay.
this. But they are a newer vendor, and I believe they are exclusively Hawaii. So in talking to some of the tour operators out here, some of them are not signed up with Viator because they don't like, I guess you could say, the chunk that Viator takes from them for their
Yeah.
services to list them. Um, and so I got this company signed up with Archer about a year ago. So I know it says register here, but it's actually through a supplier request form. So you would
Okay.
just send that in, and once you get registered, then you'll get your login credentials and you can get in. So some of the activities that are on here may not be found on Viator. There was one I think from last summer, I had a Hawaii client and she wanted an activity in Kauai that I wasn't finding on Viator, but I found it here.
Okay.
So this is their booking site. So when you log in, it takes you to Veltra. That's their booking site where you
Okay.
do bookings. Um, just to kind of let's see if it lets me. I don't know if it'll let me look at activities otherwise. I haven't logged in here since I found it, but
Well, I pulled up the consumer side.
okay. Let me try that one. Activity stuff. Just go to Oʻahu. Got things to do. And I don't remember what the commissions is. I want to say maybe 10%, 12%, somewhere.
Okay.
I don't remember. Uh, So often. Um, so you were looking for, I think, Bishop Museum. It may be available through tour operators, but
Okay.
if you can't find it, then you'd have to go direct. I do believe Iolani Palace is direct. Um, Sorry, remind me which other ones you were looking for.
Well, we were just looking like for more like cultural, but not like touristy,
Yeah,
gimmicky kind of things,
yeah.
I would rather have the true experience.
Okay. Um, let's do this. So I think I mentioned Pali Lookout. So Nu'uanu Pali Lookout, and you can find tours up there on Viator. You can drive up there
Okay.
yourselves. Um, I I know you guys are coming in the middle end of July, but it is
Yeah.
hurricane season. It does still rain, and specifically Pali Lookout gets pretty windy.
Okay.
It's pretty high up there, so it's very windy. I would definitely take some kind of umbrella or rain jacket, whatever you can fit in your
Okay.
day bag. So I always let people know that, because people think, oh, it's Hawaii, it's sunny. Yes, it's sunny, but it's also tropical, so we get rain.
Same here in Florida, especially in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah. So the historical significance of this is the Battle of Nu'uanu, where Kamehameha the Great, known as Kamehameha the Great at the time before he became King Kamehameha, won the battle to unify the islands. Um, that is, I don't, I don't know if it's considered the windward side. It's kind of a little bit more inland, so but it's off the mountains, and yeah, it rains there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Then another one I mentioned was Queen Emma Summer Palace. That's a docent-led tour, and it's not very long, but they do give you a little bit of the history of that place and the young prince. I forget which one it was. Is it Prince Albert? Can't remember. Um, that one, that might be something that you could do the same day as the Pali Lookout because it's around that same area.
Okay.
And I know you can book directly, but I don't remember if you can book through one of our tour operators.
Okay.
So yeah, they just lead you through the palace, and then they have these nice garden area where you can have lunch. They have a little gift shop. I went there like maybe eight years ago.
A little while ago.
Yeah. On a little excursion. Okay, so the Royal Mausoleum, and this is one I went there once, but I went there the same day that I had my excursion for Queen Emma Summer Palace. But I went with a small group of local people. And so
Uh-huh.
they did, protocol and all and that. So that's something that I would recommend if you do want to go. It's definitely open to the public, but my um my personal feeling about that is it's such a sacred place that
Uh-huh.
I myself would not go without a cultural practitioner that could perform the protocol for me. I know my daughters can do it, but I don't know if how comfortable they would feel. They do it, they do it for school.
Yeah.
So they know how to do all the protocols and stuff, but I don't know how they would feel personal side. But yeah, so this is where the Hawaiian monarchs are. This is their burial place.
Okay.
Yeah. And what else did I mention? Um, were you interested in any hikes at all? Like sunrise
Not
hike?
like nothing too strenuous.
Okay. So the easiest hike that I would recommend, and that's the one by me,
Uh-huh.
Lighthouse Trail. So that's the trail is paved all the way through. There's like a little stopping point on the way up. And then when you reach the top, you have a view of the lighthouse. The lighthouse
Okay.
area itself is closed off, so the trail going to the lighthouse is not open to the public. Um, but where you end up at the summit, you can see the lighthouse right below.
Okay.
So that one is like maybe a 5-ish minute drive from me.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. You can see um Molokai and Lanai off from the horizon. So that's one that I recommend.
Okay.
I mean, I consider it the best sunrise on the island. Let's see what else. Um, I mentioned Bishop Museum, Iolani Palace. Polynesian Cultural Center is it's not exclusively about Hawaii, but it's like the different Polynesian cultures. That one is more of like an all-day thing. So I don't know if that's something you want to do. It's on the
Okay.
opposite side of the island, like going towards the North Shore area.
Okay.
Um, if you wanted to do a shorter, just kind of walk through, but to really appreciate what it offers, it's more of a like an all-day thing.
Oh, okay.
Um, Kyoto
That's the problem. I
in,
don't have that much time.
yeah.
I'm trying to
And
get it
then,
all in before the conference.
yeah, yeah. So this is another big one, Kyoto in Temple, and that one is on Viator. And I believe you can either just book it by itself, and then it's also part of some other tours. But since you guys gonna have a rental, right?
No,
Oh,
that's kind of, we're just kind of playing it by ear right now.
oh, okay, okay, okay. So usually when people come out here and they want to explore outside, like further out, and they want to,
Hmm.
they don't
Yeah,
want to have the constraints of a tour. What I usually recommend is to just rent a car for the day.
yeah, that's what
Because
I was figuring if
the
we
big
had
worry
to.
is
Yeah,
parking, right?
yeah. I'm like, and I don't want to be driving around them during the conference and stuff. So it's like, we'll just see what we do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then we'll go from there.
Yeah, so especially if these are like activities that you're thinking of doing for the days before the conference, you could definitely do a daily rental.
Yeah,
And I think I want to say HHV would have an on-site car rental. A lot of the
I think
resorts
they
in
do.
the resort area do. If HHV doesn't have one, someone else nearby will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Kyoto in Temple. Um, it's another one. I mean, as far as beach days,
Yeah.
um, you planning on doing like snorkeling?
No.
Okay.
It's funny. I live by the beach. I don't go to the beach. It's
Oh,
it's nice to know it's there.
yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Uh,
it's there. It's good. I got water. The breeze comes off the ocean. It's all well. It's all good.
the funny thing is that when you do travel somewhere, do you feel like you have to go to the beach?
No,
Oh, I did
I
when
don't.
when we were in Phuket, like we had to go to the beach.
Maybe there. I think more so because I'm down by the Caribbean, um, and I grew up with so many bad sunburns that the beach just does not hold really great memories for me of being more so of being trapped there because other people wanted to be there, and I'm frying like a I don't know, get red as a lobster. So
Okay. Well, as far as turtle sightings, so the thing about the turtles and a lot of tour operators are misinforming visitors and telling them that they just can't touch them, but that's not the case. You have to keep a certain distance, and that's by
mhm,
law. They're a
yeah.
federally and state protected endangered species, so you're supposed to keep a certain distance. Um, so what I usually tell send people is so NOAA Fisheries Hawaii. Let's see this one. Okay. So here it is, viewing marine life in Hawaii, and it gives you the actual distance that you're supposed to stay within from these endangered animals. We got the Hawaiian monk seal. Um, so a lot of the tour operators, what they offer in their excursions is they pretty much take you right up to where the turtles are, to their
Uh,
nesting areas, their feeding areas, and close encounters are supposed to be by chance and
yeah.
not, not intentional. I myself have seen probably two or three turtles, from where I am, either at the beach or on a canoe or whatever, in the 14 years I've lived here.
Mm,
So but there are places where you can see them, like on the beach. I believe by Kaimana Beach is one. Laniake up in the North Shore, people call it Turtle Beach, where you can, where they come out to sunbathe or whatever. And as long as you keep a respectable distance, or within the guidelines. So you're supposed to stay at least 10 feet away on land
yeah.
and in water. So even if you're like snorkeling in the water and one happens to come by to you, if they're close enough, we're supposed to
Yeah.
make an effort to move away from them. And then the Hawaiian monks, yeah, I don't know if you this made national news. A visitor in Maui from last month, I believe, or sometime in April, that threw a rock at a monk seal, and he's out
My
here in court
goodness.
now. Yeah, he's out here in court because he was caught on camera by a local. And so yeah, he was arrested and everything. And he's trying to say he threw the rock because he thought the monk seal was trying to get to some turtles.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is the page. And so anytime you ever have anybody asking about those kind of tours in Hawaii, because that's what everybody wants. I want to swim with turtles. You're not supposed to swim with turtles.
I did it in Mexico and it was like it was nice, but at the same time, like you said, keeping that distance away and then the waves are pushing you and tossing you and you're supposed to stay level with the surface because they don't want your feet down by where the turtles are. And I'm like, okay, this was way too much work.
Yeah. Yeah, so I usually you can share this page and send them the link, and
Okay.
so I usually attach that to any like Hawaii information and documents and stuff that I send to people. What else? What else? Well, as far as beaches, I mean, low tides is going to be mostly west coast, west facing shore, some southwest. So Waikiki is the
Hmm.
perfect area because that's
Yeah.
southwest. I'm on like the southeast area, so it can be, iffy depending on how the weather is that day. Um, a couple of beaches out in my area that are a little bit more friendly. We do have tide pools, so and you'll see those if you do the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail. See
Uh-huh.
the picture in my background.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the areas right by that's by at Makapu'u Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's, tide pools that you can go to, and there's a little bit of swimming a little bit further out where um, the I would say the tides are not they're not too bad. Um,
Okay.
but again, depending on the weather. More north side as you get, further up north. I don't recommend that for any beginner like surf lessons and stuff like that.
Hmm.
People always want to go to North Shore, like no.
I saw it in the movies.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you're a good swimmer, I mean, sometimes these waves, I mean, you really have to be like expert level
Yeah.
and really, really know what you're doing. Um, what else is there? I mean, there's coffee farms, there's a cacao farm. Um, those are gonna be
Those would
further
be
up.
fun too. Yeah.
Yeah, like going up the windward side going up towards the north side. Dole plantation is I mean, if it's a must on your list,
No, it's not.
it's
Like I grow pineapple plants in my yard, so I mean, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's still a big draw for some. For
Yeah.
others, they think it is, and then they go and they're like, eh.
Yeah, it was pineapple plants.
Yeah.
Now like if you were looking at because I see there's like a lot of luau's, different luau's, and I know the hotel has them and stuff. Are they more gimmicky or are they more cultural?
It's a little bit of both. Because it's still commercialized.
Hmm.
I would say the top two rated, and I've been to one of them. The top two rated on the island are Toa and Malka Warriors. And those are the two that I usually recommend. There's a newer one on the Ko'olina side. I think it's called Kaula Luau. I've heard good things about it. It's
Uh-huh.
supposed to be right on the beach, which I was really surprised because the beaches aren't private here. They're public. So I don't know
Yeah.
if it's directly on the beach or just like, close enough. But
Beach adjacent.
yeah. Um, but yeah, the top two are Toa, Luau, and Mako Warriors. So the really, really great ones are not going to be anywhere on the resort.
Yeah, I didn't think they
I
would
mean,
be.
they'll probably be decent, but
But
if you're looking
definitely all
for
show and stuff.
yeah, if you're looking for more wow factor, the one at Mako Warriors, I went to that one, I want to say like a year ago,
Uh-huh.
maybe a year and a half ago. I lose track of timing now, but yeah, that one was great. They did fire dance and they showcase different Polynesian cultures. Um, authentically, the only authentic Hawaiian luau that I know of in all of Hawaii is on Maui.
Oh, okay.
Reason being is so the fire dance is not actually a Hawaiian culture thing, it's more Samoan.
Okay.
So a lot of people consider the fire dance being like the authentic factor, but it's actually not because it's not Hawaiian. Um, but that's the big draw, right? Is the shows, the
Yeah.
fire dances and all of that. But yeah, between those two, and if you do Toa Luau, so that's over on the north side. Waimea Falls is right there, and I believe it includes entry to that, weather,
Okay.
depending on the weather. And I think Toa Luau has two shows. I'm not sure what days they're open. And then Malka Warriors, they're in Kapolei now. They moved from where they were a little bit more north, like not Wahiwa, but maybe like a little bit up there. But they're more on the west side, Kapolei. Um, and there's actually they're on an adventure park where they do like ATV, UTV, and zip lining and stuff like that. Uh,
Okay.
I don't know if it includes that,
Yeah.
but those would be
I
my
mean,
top two recommendations. What else?
now, like talking about like the ATVs and stuff, I see some of the adventures like they have on here for different places.
Mhm.
Um, Obviously Jurassic Park one is going to be like very touristy.
Yeah,
Look what we
Kualoa
did
Ranch
here.
is like the big draw because it's the site of many movies that they've
Yeah.
filmed. So that one's very, very popular. They do sell out quick. Um, on Viator, Kualoa Ranch doesn't participate in the reserve now, pay later.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, but like so what I was going to go towards, like, are there some like ATV ones that go up to like the volcano areas or
Um,
waterfalls or anything?
I
Or is it
don't
just like those are just kind of like here's the ranch?
Yeah, so the where Kualoa is an actual working ranch.
Hmm.
Um, so their tours are, by design within certain roads, right? Um, I don't think there are any. I mean, there's no active volcanoes on this island anyway, but
Yeah.
as
Well, no,
far
I don't want an active one.
yeah. I'm not sure if there's any dormant ones on that side.
Okay.
I haven't been to Kualoa Ranch myself in a long time. I think I went a few times the first few years that we lived out here, mainly because of the program that I took my kids to. They would do, excursions and stuff like that. But I haven't been there in a long time.
Okay.
Um, the one that I usually recommend, let me see. Share my screen again. I always forget what it's called. I might have it on my curated list, actually. I guess I haven't added too many things, but if you're into escape game stuff, there's one.
No.
Yeah,
Tom likes those things. Though to me, it's like I do not want to be locked into a room.
I did one last year for my daughter for spring break. She and her friends wanted to do that. So we did. It was actually pretty cool. I think it's this one. So yeah, so it's the best of Kualoa experience. So it's a 3-in-1. It's worth the price if you look at the cost of the individual stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, to make your. Okay. So yeah, and it includes a lunch buffet. Yeah, a lot of people they like to do the ATV and the UTV. They like the jungle Jeep excursion. Um, but the I think this one is a good one. I don't think it includes the ATV. So if the ATV is a must, I would probably do
The
that.
Jungle Expedition Tour.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it takes you to like all the movie sites and so it's like three of their excursions
It does
combined
have the
into
round
one.
trip transportation from the hotel area.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so right across from Kualoa is Kualoa Regional Park. And that's where Mokoli'i is, which is known as Chinaman's hat for your pictures.
Okay.
Looking for the pictures. Oh, I thought it would have the picture in here. Do that. This picture right here. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
it.
okay.
I've posted this a couple of times. So this is on my way to dropping off my daughter for her summer program.
Hmm.
I get to see this side of the island where the sun is rising in the morning. Yeah. So she starts her program on Friday. So I'll be driving over
You
there
get all the
then.
pretty views.
Yeah, yeah. That's the part I don't mind about that drive. Yeah, so that you can go to the regional park right across the street. If you need a rinse off from if you do the ATV or UTV because it can get muddy. Um, they've got showers over here you can rinse off. Um, if you do, even if it's not, I don't know if it has to be hiking. Diamond Head. Um, there's a state monument. I myself have never been there hiking, so I've never entered that area at all, but that's definitely, another historical site that you can visit if you want to, and they do have another
Okay, so now why
lighthouse.
haven't you gone? That's what I'm curious about.
I don't know.
Sometimes
I
you just don't explore your own backyard,
I
so
know, I know. I know. I tell people like they come out here, right, to visit and they do all these things, and I'm like, you've already seen more than I have.
I live here, I don't care.
Yeah.
I
And
always
that's
think
just
that's funny because
that's
I go into new places and I'm like, oh, I gotta go explore. And I'm like, I don't even know what's in my own town half the time.
yeah. Yeah, and so this one is through the reservation system also.
Okay.
So the reservation system for Diamond Head and Hanalma that came about after COVID,
Uh-huh.
because of the major recovery that it had with the absence of tourism. And
Ah,
so, yeah, so for
kind of keep
preservation,
things down a little bit.
yeah. So, they saw how well it
Hmm.
healed and recovered from that. And so now they have a reservation system. They have, maximum number of reservations that they do daily. Residents aren't required to make reservations, but
That's good. I mean, I think COVID did bring around some good changes to things. So
yeah. Yeah. And you do
when you
want to
start to
have
see the
reef safe
damage.
sunscreen before I
Yes, I
forget.
do.
Yeah, okay.
They require it in most of the Caribbean too. So
Okay.
um, the mineral sunscreen is usually what we have.
Okay. Um, and I can't think of anything else unless you have any other things that you want to look at or any other questions about just Hawaii in general.
Not off the top of my head. Like just like some of these sites are really great because I'm gonna start exploring some of those. But good to know,
Yeah.
because I think I was just so much that I was like, I don't even know where to begin. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to become the tourist stuck in the tourist trap of, come over here, we have pineapples.
Right. I know.
So
When people ask me for pineapple, like it's the same pineapple you can get at your store. It
it,
just it comes
it
from
has
here and it goes
this
over there.
one and everything.
But me
Um,
sending it to you means I got to go through the Department of Agriculture.
no, I mean like we wanted to do the Pearl Harbor because obviously that's a
Yeah.
historical,
Yeah.
event. Um, Even though it's a touristy thing, but it's still
Yeah.
um important in history and stuff. But we didn't want to just get stuck in. I knew I didn't want to do the luau at the hotel because I was like, oh, it's gonna be all gimmicky and yeah. So
It is outdoors. I have seen where they have it at
yeah,
HHV. If I find a picture of that area, I can send it to you. But it's not very large.
yeah,
But yeah, it does seem more commercialized, although I haven't heard anything negative about it. I mean, I think
yeah.
for the most part they're all enjoyable,
Well,
but
I'm
you're
sure.
gonna have some that are more authentic, with the
Yeah.
performances and how they showcase the different Polynesian cultures.
And that's, like I said, the culture is the thing. I see what your kids do in school and the things that they get exposed to. And I'm in awe of it all always because I'm thinking, how cool is that so many of us don't have that. And then your kids, that's part of their learning.
Yeah, that's like
So
their daily life.
yeah, I think I just love that. I think that's amazing that they get to connect with their heritage and their culture.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's allowed me to learn a lot of that too,
yeah,
because of my
you
exposure
weren't
to
raised in
it with,
that.
yeah, with them. Yeah, I wasn't. My husband wasn't raised in that,
Yeah.
because it was a different time when, the culture was still not, I guess you could say, re-emerged.
Widely accepted and embraced.
Yeah, so he didn't learn a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Which makes it even more important, really. I mean, they're trying to maintain the heritage and the culture. And like I said, I would rather go and get the authentic other than the look, they have grass skirts and they're shaking their hips.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
no, those
so
those grass skirts are made of tea leaf, and it's a craft to learn how to
uh
make those. My
oh
daughters
wow.
have learned how to make those. That's
See,
one
again,
of the
so
things
cool.
that I haven't learned because those were a little bit more complex, but I've learned how to make like the tea leaf lei and the plumeria lei, for some of like their performances. So when they were performing hula, that's all stuff
Uh-huh.
that we had to make every time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a learning experience for you as well.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I love that because, I love being a hands-on mom,
Hmm.
and, the bonus was getting to learn that part of their heritage. Like my husband and
Yeah.
I think about it, if we had, stayed in the mainland, yes, they would have learned more from my culture, but
Hmm.
they wouldn't have had any of the Hawaiian culture,
Yeah.
you know, to connect
And
with.
I just think that's so cool. So, but I appreciate you going over this with me
Yeah, of course.
so I can make some more informed decisions and try to squeeze as much as we can into it because I'm not one to sit around by a pool and sweat.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's why
I
we
don't
don't have
find
all
that.
inclusives here.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I don't find that enjoyable. I would rather go see stuff and you know explore things. So either walk there or get a ride or take a tour or something. So I appreciate this, Monica.